Yep. Peace, everybody. Yes, indeed. Let's see what's going on. So, I'm recording here at home. I ain't sitting outside today. Wife is taking care of business. I ain't want, when I normally record outside, she be asleep, so I don't want to wake her up. You feel me? So, here you go. Too much distractions going on in the world today with this whole Trump thing and this whole Diddy thing. Meanwhile, I know for a fact there's something's going on that they're not talking about in the media. And a lot of people getting caught up with the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? This whole Diddy thing, this Trump assassination stuff, all of that, all these different distractions. Meanwhile, I guarantee you something's going on in the spirit realm, and I guarantee you something's going on out there in the spaces or out in the orbit. And also, we got hurricanes that's also hitting. You know what I'm saying? These hurricanes hitting hard. So we got too much stuff happening here. Meanwhile, we really need to focus on certain things. Shout out to Zen Wombs too. Shout out to her because I knew her for years and she was when she was in Baltimore. Um, she been grinding. She from out of Dr. York's camp. Um, I want to give a shout out to William Jolly Bay. He studied Dr. York stuff for like 1996. Brother named George Carter Bay. That's one of the elders. But neither here or there. I just want to give those people a shout out real quick. Um, we need to really go into learning how to defend ourselves. Self defense is one of the key components that we need to learn because all these distractions you need to prepare yourself. Everybody keep on talking about the problems, but we're not bringing solutions. Martial arts is one of the things that you can take up. Uh, Also, you want to deal with getting your get yourself registered at having a gun license, or firearms, or whatever, or you have the right to bear arms too. But anyway, you want to get into that because all these distractions, you don't know what's really going on. You got so much stuff happening nowadays with all these celebrities, all this bull crap going on. Like, don't get distracted out there by that stuff because they not really. Look, by you being a spiritual being living a human experience, you don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. You don't have time to get caught up in the chaos and the mayhem and the mischief. We got too many things to worry about right now. Like, we do need to have our own network as a people. We really need to have our own network. We need to know how to really build because honestly, there's too much division amongst our people. Too many people want to be chiefs and don't want to be quote unquote Indians because right now everybody's dealing with the lower frequency, the third dimension, and that's people, places, and things. You learn that in school. It's called nouns. So we're focused on that as a people instead of worrying about what's going on in the spirit realm. We're worrying about what's going on in this realm. We're worrying about what's happening. Do y'all not know that they're coming across different discoveries of different creatures, different wildlife, and so on that's actually coming from underneath the surface. Um, Especially what's going on over there in Antarctica, like I spoke on, how they literally are protecting Antarctica because it's connected to another dimension, another land, and all that other stuff. Excuse me, they dealing with Leviathan. Uh, what y'all don't know that there's a book called The Great Black Mama of Creation by Dr. Suzar. I recommend that book. And it goes into full detail about the 10,000 names of the Great Mother, the 10,000 titles of the Great Mother. So that book has a lot of insight on what's going on. Leviathan is actually, no, they're not connected to the Great Mother. It's in that very book, and it talks about that. There's a lot of stuff that we need to stop playing with because also they're finding out, like from when I found out from one of my good friends, he told me, like I said before, that when Hillary Clinton and them were like around like that, they were trying to wake up a dragon. What kind of dragon? I don't know. My friend couldn't give me the name of this dragon, but they've been trying to wake him up or her up. But what I really need y'all to understand and understand, overstand, understand is that the dragon is also connected to the Kundalini because it's reptile, it's a reptoid. Your Kundalini is serpentine or reptile like because they call it the serpent fire or prana. So we really need to focus on the key components, which is our spiritual selves, and not get caught up in the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? So once we do that, we good to go. You know? So once we get this moving and focus on our spiritual selves, because there's too many people that saying we chosen, keep on saying chosen ones and all that. Let me tell you, it's too many of y'all saying this. There's chosen ones. There's too many of y'all out here saying that you're chosen. Many are called, but only a few are chosen. Let's just keep it up. Let's just keep it $2 because there's too many of y'all saying that we're chosen. And how do you know you're chosen? Who made you chosen? What spirit told you that you were chosen? Right? There's too many people saying that. Keep on calling everybody chosen ones. Listen, the only way you are chosen, you got to hear the call. And many people heard the call. The thing is, what is the call? That's something that I'm gonna go over, but hopefully y'all will know in due time. So the call persists of the high pitched ringing in your ear for one, premonitions, visions of the ancestral spirits. That's another thing. Um, how many of you are actually having out of body experiences? They call it ODE, out of no OBE, out of body experiences. OBE. How many of you having that? We got to really start going into details about this stuff because when you have out of body experiences, you're actually in the astral realm. And you're seeing stuff in the astral realm. But let me give you this. Let me give you this warning. It's dangerous in the astral realm because entities can enter your physical body if you're not careful with the proper procedures when you go into the astral realm. You need protection. Many of you probably do have OBE or have it a lot and don't realize how to deal with it. And some of you that are chosen, you go through certain things, certain elements, certain things in reality, both realities, spiritual and the material realm. And also, many of you feel like you don't belong here. I'm just getting little parts. I'm not going to go into full details about everything because I feel as though you don't need to say that you're chosen on here, on on social media. If you're chosen, you're chosen. But who made you chosen? Who is the being that you pray to every day? What is he or she name? Um, I want to give a shout out to all the Sibyls that give praises to Mommy Water. I want to give all the Sibyls a shout out on that. All you Sibyls that's actually literally knowing who Mommy Water is. I want to give a shout out to the Yoruba family, the brothers and sisters of Haiti that practice Haitian voodoo or voodoo, and also the brothers and sisters in Louisiana that's practicing voodoo. Um, all of the indigenous practices that's been passed down from our ancestors to us. I want to give a shout out to all y'all that's doing it for the righteous ways, and the ones that also know about them being beings underwater that we call mermaids today that actually know that they exist. I want to give a shout out to y'all because there's a lot of stuff going on that they're not talking about. There's wars underwater that's happening as we now speak that they're not talking about. That the mermaids or the mer people, how you want to call them, they're actually going to war with different governments in the planet, and they're not telling you. That's why a lot of tsunamis are happening from that too. Um, and a lot of earthquakes are happening from that. It's not just the war going on underground still. They've been talking about for saving the children, but it's also stuff like that going on. Um, they're not going to go into full detail about all of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I can find a video next time I go live to see if I can find that video about the mermaid video that went on Animal Planet, and that you can see that it's actually going on because how the way the mermaids communicate, they also use a sonic radar or a sonic speech or something of that nature. It's like a vibration that they speak with, and also they can sing. They make a singing sound as well. Um, they have their own language. Another movie that I recommend you can watch to show about the people that live underwater is there's two of them to be exact. That live action. You have Aquaman 1 and 2. Then you also have the what's the other one? Then you also have Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? So it talks about the water people, the underwater people. You also just you got an African tribe in Africa that can actually live underwater. Know it or not, they can actually live underwater and walk on land. I got the name of that tribe. My wife told me about that the other night. So you really want to know that a lot of this stuff is going on behind the scenes that they're not talking about. Um, this is why I've been trying to tell everybody that it's bigger than what it really is. All these distractions from the Trump and the Diddy stuff, there's stuff going on right now as we speak at this very second that they're not talking about that deals with the mermaids. And then what they're not talking about is that there's actually werewolves that exist in Louisiana. They call them the Lucaroo. The Lucaroo, they are I think that's what they call it, Lucaroo. Yeah, the Lucaroo. They are the werewolves. They are actually real, and it's called a curse that have been put on certain people that turn into werewolves. That is actually going on, and also in the state of Maryland, they actually have werewolf sightings too. They're not saying a lot of this stuff because they're keeping it under wraps. You also have a group called the Dog Man. The Dog Man is beings that can disguise their voice as a loved one or so on. They are called skinwalkers. They are actually real. Okay, everything I'm trying to tell you, everything I'm saying to you, you can look this stuff up. This is not false because there are actually cases in this country dealing with the dog man, dealing with werewolf sightings and so on. This stuff is real. You also have a thing called the Wendigo. The Wendigo is actually real. You got stuff going on there with them. Okay. These beings been here for a very long time. Meanwhile, we're stuck on the whole Diddy thing and all this other shit. Excuse my language, but we're not really looking at what's really going on. These things are happening. These beings are here. Then you also have Sasquatch. Okay, Sasquatch been here for a long time. A lot of people don't even know that the Sasquatches is the idea where they got Chewbacca from. That's dealing with Star Wars. So they're also here. Then you also have the Shams, which you call spaceships. They're already here. They've been here. There's stuff going on overseas that they're not talking about. Matter of fact, that is a well-known fact that there's actually people in Africa that can shapeshift. They can shapeshift the trees, creatures, and all that other stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on out here that they're not talking about. Meanwhile, we're being distracted by Trump, Diddy, and Kamala Harris. Enough is enough. Okay. Um, I'm going over this information, which you can look this stuff up yourself. I'm going to get some proof one day where I can show it to you, but I have one cell phone right now. Once I get another phone, I'm going to start showing you videos and so on. I'm going to find some videos that you know what's really going on. Then we also have places that's been what you call haunted, like literally been haunted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna type in something. Look up werewolf sightings in Louisiana. That's one. Then you want to look up these particular beings right here that's connected to the mermaids, and those that practice voodoo know about them. See, this stuff been in our culture as so-called indigenous or so-called African or Moorish people, however you want to call us. We already knew about all this stuff. We knew about the Lugaroo. We knew about the skinwalkers. Matter of fact, let me type that in. So we need to really look into this stuff because there are so many things that's going on that is unbelievable that's happening across the globe, mainly in this country that they don't want to talk about. Meanwhile, we're being distracted on stuff that's happening, and especially the whole thing with Leviathan that's actually going on too. I'm gonna type in Leviathan so you can look this up. Then and the dog man. These things you want to look up yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's also ghostly encounters that's taking place. Like in Baltimore, they have what you call sightings of apparitions, what you call ghosts, mainly in down Fells Point. That's also a haunted place. Certain parts in Fells Point is real haunted. There's places in the city that's very haunted. There's a place called Lord Baltimore Hotel that's haunted. Okay. Um, and there's a lot of portals that are open in this city, but not just this city, out there in Los Angeles. Thank you, Black Conjuring, for Conjuring that spoke on that. Um, Meanwhile, we're being distracted by all this BS dealing with the whole thing with Trump and you know what I'm saying, Diddy. And we really need to start looking at the energies and also the meanings behind all this because I can guarantee you that the stuff with Diddy, it has a significant meaning. Thank you, Real Kia, for saying that one day. She broke down that whole breakdown of why Puffy is going through what he's going through. And that is something real serious. And then also the brother named King Boudreaux, he did a video while back that said that Puffy himself had a tattoo of a Loa on his back, and she deals with protecting women and children. So that's another thing that's going on with him. He's being attacked from this particular law because the simple fact is what he's been doing to women and children and so on, ladies and gentlemen. So we really need to look into that. Her name, the Loa name is Azuli Dantor. Uh, Azuli Dantor, that's her name. Um, she don't play when it comes down to women and children. And he has a tattoo of on her on his back. You might call her the Virgin Mary and the baby Jesus, but she has multitudes of names. Okay, multitudes of names, different names. Like that's one of her names. Like I said, 10,000 titles, 10,000 names. The list goes on. The Great Black Mama of Creation by Dr. Suzar. Get that book. That book is very, very vital on the great mother and many different names that she have. She have 10,000 total, 10,000 titles. This is not a joke. Like you really need to understand that this stuff need to know what's going on because all this is connected to what's happening right now. Because the golden age, literally, the golden age deals with not just the sun, but it also deals with a deity that's connected to gold as well. So we're going into not just the Aquarian, which we already in, but we're going into another age that's dealing with expansion, the expansion of the mind, the soul, the spirit, where you're going to start elevating to higher heights, higher realms, higher thoughts. That's where we're going into. They're trying to manipulate the masses by giving them these different distractions from the Diddy's, the Trumps, and all of that. And I'm gonna let you know, Trump is not your savior. Get that out your mind. He's not here to save the planet. That is the so-called white savior complex that they're trying to drop on you as a people. That's not going to happen. Okay? We got to stop this. There's also beings that is connected to this stuff too. They're called the Ashtar Command. Brother, brother Young Elder spoke on the Ashtar Command. The story about the Ashtar Command. These people had blonde hair, blue eyes. They had the technology that they stole from the Anunnaki. These Anunnaki were scientists on the Pleiades star system. And these scientists that were Anunnaki, they had fought the Ashtar Command. The Ashtar Command took that information, the technology, went to the Galactic Federation, and literally said that they were the gods of they were the Palladian gods. Because the Palladians have blue hair, blue eyes, and blonde hair, but they have melanin though. That's what they're not trying to tell you. So now they got the concept of people thinking that they have to have blonde hair, blue eyes, and thinking that these are the real Palladians. No, the real Palladians look like us. They were Anunnaki beings. So now we're dealing with that too. And they're ushering in stuff on this plane because what they don't tell you that Hitler was also in cahoots with these beings called the Ashtar Command. Okay, so everything that's transpiring is going connected to that and other things because all this is written and all this has been prophesied and all this has been seen by people that are what you call shamans, what they call the women prophetesses, the women that you call the sibyls of Mommy Walter. They know all this. Matter of fact, your King James Bible, the King James Bible, come from the sibyls story of the Creator, the great Creator. The sibyls of Mommy Walter, notice they were the ones that was chosen by Mommy Walter herself, and they went to war with the Vatican. A lot of people don't know that. And what happened? The Vatican went to war with them because these ladies or the siblings, even down to the men, these ladies and men that became chosen by Mommy Water carried on the traditions of her, and they built statues and monuments dealing with her. And what happened? There was a great situation, a great trial that took place amongst one another that caused the men to turn on the prophetesses and or the sibyls. Okay, and they start destroying monuments of the Great Mother because in order for life to come, you got to go through the womb, and the Great Mother carries the divine womb. You women are aspects of the Great Mother, both positive and negative. It's just that you have not found your glory yet, and you have fell from grace. That is why so-called Moors are supposed to uplift fallen humanity, which is you. You being a woman, what you call black woman, it's always been you, or African woman, indigenous woman, it's always been you that's supposed to be uplifted because you are the original nation builders. You are the real nation builders. Meanwhile, they're distracting you with the vibrations of the music, the vibrations of the music, and what you watch on television, which is telling lies to your vision. So all this stuff going on. Meanwhile, you're being lowered to your frequency, the lowest of your frequencies. When in actuality, the war really is not just your inheritance, but it's also the war to take over this planet. This planet is in tune with you, so-called black woman. The Gregorian calendar is built off of you. Everybody wants to copy off of you and mimic you, from the big butts and all that, the BBLs, all that stuff, the big lips, everything, even down to twerking. Twerking is a spiritual weapon. And all these different beings know that about you. In order for any being, damn it, to come through this realm, they got to go through the womb of you. This is why astrology, when our ancestors were so in tune with the universe or the universe and so on, and the priest and priestesses was in tune and they were around, they will always get the priestess and priestess during the time of the birth of a child. They will have them there present, and they will look at the alignments of the stars, and they knew what kind of child that child was going to be when it came out the womb of that woman. But yet we're getting caught up in this BS, dealing with these low vibrations, dealing with the Trump situation, dealing with the Kamala Harris's, dealing with what they call the Diddy thing. But yet we're caught up with that. There you got people saying that they're the chosen ones and all this other mayhem and chaos and confusion. Meanwhile, the planet is off her meat rack, because going off her meat rack because of the women. And also what the brothers need to know, when the women rise, when the Nubian or black woman rise to her power, then we get our power back, because she is fallen humanity. So yes, there's a lot going on. And also the Gregorian calendar, which I was talking about earlier, 365 days equals the number 14, which is 5, which is dealing with arm, leg, arm, head, which is the name for Allah, which real name is Alet, which is broken down into 3 goddesses or 3 beings that were female. And don't you know, every time a Muslim pray, he's actually praying in a fetus position. We need to stop playing, because they're playing with us with these mind games, psychological stuff. There's too many agents out here that's not telling all this shit. Excuse my language. They keep on giving you gossip. They keep on giving you stuff that's going on with the daggone celebrities. Let me tell you, a lot of them celebrities are done. Some of them celebrities that know what's going on, they're actually in these indigenous practices. Did you not know that? A lot of them are. Matter of fact, there's a brother. Uh, it's a documentary called Santeria, with this brother that's from, I think he's from Argentina, and he said Jamie Priestley. He initiated Jamie Priestley into Santeria. Look up who Jamie Priestley is. I think it's Presley or Priestley, whatever her name is. Look her up. He also said he initiated Forrest Whitaker into it. Come on, man. Like, that's really talk. This is not a game out here, man. They playing these games with you out here. Literally. I give a shout out to the Dr. Movie, because she coming out in Africa talking about this stuff too. Black Witch Yaya, all these people that's doing the work, they telling you what's going on. Like, don't fall for the BS out here. Look, man, you don't listen. All you Moors and all you so-called black people, all you so-called indigenous, whatever you want to call yourself, everything is built around not just the sisters, but you too, brothers. You are supposed to be the spiritual warriors, the protectors, the providers. You're supposed to be the protectors and providers for your women. Sisters, you gotta wake up. This planet is calling for us to wake up, and yet we still falling short. Love and hip hop and all that crazy jazz. Come on, man. All these distractions, but none of us don't know how to defend ourselves when it come down to hand combat. Not a lot of us don't. A lot of us don't know how to do that. We would rather go ahead and kill one another, or bash another brother on nonsense. And then we try to call a person a fraud or a fake when they come out in the forefront like this and trying to tell you what the hell's going on. And then you get caught up. You get caught up in the madness, the chaos. It's too many daggone freaking, I don't want to say devils because the word devil means lived. Or devils mean live, lives, or mean it means live, yeah, lives. Because you got the word out, got that in there. It means yeah, the word devils mean lives. You know what I'm saying? Look at the words, man. Fuck, yo, we really need to stop playing. And emotions mean energy and motion. Thank you, Dr. York, for that. All these people want to be intellectuals, spiritual intellectuals, but at the same time, we got to find solutions to the problems. Like the stuff that's going on with CERN, there's a lot of people from CERN that's leaving CERN. Did y'all know that? They're leaving CERN and they find out what CERN is really doing. They're trying to find the God gene. The God gene. Who has the God gene? Simple and plain. The God gene, you black women have that gene. The mitochondria DNA is only found in you. They call it the Eve gene, but it's actually the God gene. That is the aspect of the great mother that's inside of you that can create. When a Moor wear his fez, that tassel represents the umbilical cord to Allah. The number 7, when a Moor pray, he put 7 fingers up and goes to the east. What sun rises in the east? Venus. And you're like, what? Venus rises in the east. Venus has multiple names. Listen, Aphrodite's one. Hat Haru is another. Or Hathor is the name for Hat Haru. Oshun is another. Freya. Listen, the Pleiades is called the 7 sisters of Hathor or Hat Haru. Guess what? It's connected to Venus. And guess what else is connected to Venus? You have at least 2 zodiac signs that's connected to Venus, Libra and Taurus. They're playing mind games with you. On another name for Venus, you ready for this one? All you Judaic Christians out there, another name for Venus, you ready? Is Lucifer. Look it up. All I can say, they playing a mind game with y'all, and they keep on messing with you. One of the things that I give a shout out to Real Nagas, he said that Saturn was our first sun. I'm gonna give you a name: Israel, Isis, or Set. That's the moon. Ra, the sun. El or Il is none other than Saturn. Look it up. These people been lying to you, man. They've been playing these games and keep on giving you all these distractions. Meanwhile, they're studying astronomy, astrology, and all the stuff that I've been talking about. That's what they've been doing behind your back and calling your stuff demonic, and all that other stuff. Meanwhile, they're practicing on you every day and using it on you every day by numerology, astrology, astronomy. The list goes on. They practicing your practices spiritual wise, and yet you're caught up in the madness. You're caught up in the chaos. You're caught up in the confusion, and yet they're still coming at you with the BS. And you still fall for the same thing over and over again. And you keep on getting yourself in a bigger sleep, a deeper and bigger sleep every freaking time, over and over and over. And then when you go to sleep, you go ahead and wake up. Next thing you know, you're into one of them daggone man-made religions that they created, and you fell for the okey doke again. All I can say is that the real chosen, they will know, they will reveal themselves in due time. Otherwise, all the people saying that they chosen, stop. Who chose you? Who made you chosen? This is not religion, aka religio. Religio means to set the keep back or the setback. All I can say, the ball is in y'all court. What y'all do here on out. Don't get caught up in these distractions out here, man. Because let me tell you a little something. Donald Trump faces on one of Dr. York's books, Leviathan Three Sixes or 666, the Three Sixes. Look at it. The guy with the blue eyes with the red or blondish hair, that's Trump in the middle. Y'all don't know what the heck is about to happen. And if I was you, I would also try to get the book called The Millennium Book by Dr. Malachi York, if you can get that. All his books are damn near out of print, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to tell y'all, everything that's going on is happening that was written in his books, man. Like, it's not a joke out here. Like, dog, is they not playing with y'all out here. Nationality or how it, what did he say? What did the Grand Sheik tell us, brothers? I'm trying to remember so I can make sure I say it right. Nationality is not just the key. Naturalization is not the key. It's not the key, just not the key. It's more like you got to go. Hey, what's going on, brother Tim? Yeah, yeah. You saw the moon chain color. Yeah, back in Louisiana, back in okay, 19 and 19. That's what's up. What's going on, bro? So we got to stop falling for these okey dokes. That whole thing with Diddy, man. Come on, dog. Like I'm trying to tell you, is some stuff that's about to transpire. They're not talking about. Keep your eyes open. Keep your head on the swivel. Just keep your head on that swivel. I'm trying to tell y'all, brothers and sisters watching. It's not a joke out here. These cats are really trying to like, yeah, they trying to get you. Let me tell you, like, don't listen. Politics is like the WWE. They gonna debate, argue, da 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 da, and all this other stuff back and forth. But behind that camera, when it's all over, they all rubbing elbows with each other. Real talk. They're not listen, man. All this stuff is a game. It's a publicity stunt. The battle is for your soul at the end. That's why I said you got to know. You got to start going into these practices. You can start meditating to start off with. A book I recommend. I said it before. Is Psychic Self Defense by Dion Fortune. And you also want to get the Kabbalah by Dion Fortune because guess what? Your body is connected to that Kabbalah. And then to top all of that, I told you in one of the live streams what the word Kabbalah means. Listen, Ka means spirit in Kemetic in the Kemetic teachings. Ka means spirit. Ka. Ka means spirit. Ba means soul. You have Allah in that. The mind, body, and soul of Allah is in you. You are living a living vessel, living a spiritual being living in a human vessel to have this human experience, and you are dealing with that little bit of that spark of the creator within you. You can call her Allah, Yahweh, whatever. Any name ending with AH at the end is feminine. Any name ending with AH at the end is feminine. And another thing I would recommend is watch the Da Vinci Code in the beginning with Tom Hanks because they go over all the symbols in the beginning and all of them are feminine. The Kundalini itself is feminine. I'm not making up none of this stuff. You have an X chromosome, all you men, you have an X chromosome and a Y. The X is more larger than the Y. In the beginning, you were a girl first in the womb of your mother, then you became a male. Now, when you see the two X chromosomes, that is the woman. I'm gonna give you a little illustration that you can draw. Get a sheet of paper. Get a sheet of paper and draw an X, and then Connect that X with another X and get the letter G in the middle. And what symbol do you get? The square and compass. Everything was built around the black woman, the so-called black woman. But yet we're sleeping, listening to people that look like this, when we the ones that civilize the ones that look like this. And what happened, guess what? We started fighting amongst one another, and we passed down this ancient information down to people that look like this. They've been the custodians of our stuff. And it's time for you to take it back. Point simple and plain. But it's up to you. Don't listen to what I say, because you know why? I was called a fraud. I was called everything. Thank you for the stalker that said that. And I'm not. But yet I can go ahead and go toe to toe and let you know and back up what I'm saying to you all is right there. Another person I recommend you listen to is Professor James Smalls. The brother know what this elder know. He is a practitioner in voodoo. He is a practitioner, a priest in Ifa. He is a Mason, and he said how Freemasonry was Africa's baby. That is also watered down more science, but it's built upon the black woman. The sacred geometry was her, who was the aspect of the divine mother. All of you sisters, positive and negative, are aspects of the divine mother. Brothers, you are the male aspects of the divine mother, living a human experience. That's why you have, i.e., the X chromosome and the Y. Think about that. You have everything a woman have except for the period. Your phallus is an outward vagina. You have breast too. You just don't go on a monthly cycle. Guess what? The 365 days in the Gregorian calendar, the 365 days in the Gregorian calendar, which we use, is all the different phases of the moon and all the different phases that a woman go through her what? Her menstrual cycle. The womb is made out of water, and guess what particular planet controls the moon? I mean controls the womb, the moon. The womb is water and is controlled by what? The moon. The moon controls the waters of this planet, and it also shows you that she is lunar water. She is lunar, aka water, that you came out of. You also have a reptilian brain, which makes you part reptilian. Look at your hands. Look, they're webbed. Your feet are webbed. You have a reptilian brain. This stuff they're not talking about because they don't want you to know who the hell you are on this plane. The Kundalini is dealing with the feminine energy. They call it prana. Prana is a Sanskrit, is a Sanskrit word, means serpent fire. When you look into the angelic host in Judaic Christianity, look up the seraphim. The seraphim were called the flame serpents, the ones that were the holy ones that was praising the creator. They were the high ranked angels in the angelic realm. I'm gonna type that in so you can look up the word seraphim. See, I like to go and teach this stuff because we need to know. We need to know this stuff. It's common sense. If you really think about it, you question everything, always question everything. I don't know everything. I don't say that I know everything, because if I knew everything, I would not be in this realm. But then again, I volunteered to come to this realm when I was incarnated here. And how I know? Because of my natal chart. My natal chart, which is my soul contract that was between me and the divine creator. Anybody that study astrology, real astrology, will tell you that your natal contract is a soul contract between you and the creator. And I recommend that you all try to find somebody that can do that and they can tell you what you came here to do. Many of you came here to do great things, but got caught up in the matrix. I'm just letting you know this is not a game, man. Like they playing with this planet is they're playing with you on this planet to play for your soul because they don't want you to wake the heck up. Because when you start waking up, you start seeing things as it is. And I want to put this up what the brother Tim said. You know, I want to show y'all what I was talking about earlier. Look up the werewolf sightings in Louisiana. They call them the Lougarou. These are real right here, the sirens. They're finding that out to be real. They also connected to the mermaids. Then this is what's going on right here. The Leviathan situation that's going on. People find out how big this joint is. That's connected to the Great Mother. Know it or not? Then you want to look up this group of angelic hosts. Like, come on. These are not my teachings. I studied a long time reading up a lot of information and came across this stuff back honestly since I was 18 all the way up until like 2009, 2010, whatever. And I still kept on reading and kept on reading, kept on reading, kept on reading. Matter of fact, I'm working on reading about this. Look at this. I'm working on reading this alkaline herbal medicine. But yet I'm being told I was a fraud. And also I'm reading about finances, the forex trade, forex trading. Look, look what I'm reading about. So it's like nobody don't have time. Look, bro, I don't have time. You shouldn't have time either. We got too much work to do on this round, man. Too much work to do on this round. Those that heard the calling, you got work to do. Too much work to do. And let you know this not a game. Look at this, the Oracle of E5, the sacred Oracle of E5, y'all. Yeah, brother not playing. I'm about to go into that. This is not a joke. Not a joke at all. Look, teach yourself Haitian Creole. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Y'all, this is something that y'all need to know. I'm gonna show you this. I recommend this book. Let's set the record straight by Dr. Malachi York. But yet, you know, what do I know, right? Because I was called a fraud and all that, remember? But I guarantee you, the people that call me that can't pull out those kind of books because they ain't reading that kind of stuff. They ain't reading that. Let me see if I can find my other books somewhere because I want to show y'all some stuff, man. Because where we at, we gotta be on point, man. We gotta be on point with everything that we reading on. Let me see. If it's not in that pile, I'm gonna see if I can find it because I have so many books, man, and I like to share the information that I read on with you all. So you can go ahead and be on scholarly stuff. So you won't be getting caught up with the BS out here. You know what I'm saying? It's not a joke, man. Yeah, I'm fine. Even my son asked me if I'm fine because he getting tired of people messing with me and you know what I'm saying? His moms and stuff. You feel me? Like nobody got time for that. We out here doing the daggone thing, reading up on stuff. All right. I think I found some of my books right now. I'm about to show y'all. Look at this. This is the Hindu Bible right here. Yes, sir. It's about Vishnu. It's about Vishnu. What is it? Vishnu, uh, uh, Krishna. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see what else I have over here. Give me a second. Look at that. Look at that. It's time to do your daggone work, man. Do your homework. Trying to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to be on it now, family. Look at this. Look at that. Got to start reading up on stuff, knowing your ancient sciences and practices, man. So you won't get caught up out here with these crazy people. Even down to Elijah Muhammad, how to eat to live, how to eat to live, man. Elijah Muhammad got that information from Noble Drew Ali. He was called Elijah Pool Bay. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like we got to really stop playing games right here. Stop playing games with these people out here in this world because we got to start educating ourselves and start realizing the truth and stop hiding behind stuff and not really do the research and looking stuff up. Trying to find the other book. I think my wife had my other book. I can't remember where my other book at. That was secret signs and symbols. It might be on her side of the bed. I don't know, but huh? No, no, no. I don't want her yelling at you when she get in. You good? So just keep it real, like, and then look for more finances. Look at that. Look at that. You know, look at us. This is the stuff that a brother reading on. That's some of the things that a brother reading on. And I'm telling y'all, there's no time for games out here in this world. These people out here don't mean you no good. And then you also had this. The Camp Before Columbus by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. And this is a good one right here too. This is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? This is where a brother is. This is where a brother at on his path. You know what I'm saying? And all I want to do is help out the people best way possible. It's time to enlighten ourselves, inform ourselves of what the heck is really going on. You know what I mean? You know? And people can say, oh, he a Freemason dog. I haven't been active as a Mason in years. And also, let it be known, I've been a Moor before anything. Then to top all of that, B Miles, you're a Mason too. Stop playing. You inactive. You went inactive when I went inactive. So you need to stop playing. I got the information on that, but I'm gonna just put that out there so people can stop calling me a fraud. You know what I mean? Let people know I don't got time for that crap. I have no time for any of the nonsense anymore. I'm over here literally showing and sharing information what's going on that they're not really talking about, especially over there in Antarctica, how they have all these governments over there protecting Antarctica. Why? Because the simple fact of that ice wall. They don't want nobody to know what they got behind that ice wall. You know what I'm saying? But yet everybody want to go ahead and think that this is a game out here. These people playing games with your whole mindset, your whole mental genetic makeup. I ain't playing with you out here. They got you thinking one thing and they practicing another and saying other things and laughing at you while they go ahead and say we got these dumb Negroes or we got these people, we got all these people, not just the Negroes, but we got everybody on the palm of our hand. They try to push race wars and all that other stuff. Meanwhile, here we go talking about nothing, doing nothing about it. We were supposed to be building stuff together so we can go ahead and fight against this BS, but yet we not. Yet we want to beef with one another, talk about one another. Every nation across the planet is watching you, so-called black man and woman. Exactly, my brother Tim. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you know the stuff I've been going through for the last 4 years, bro. But I've been called a fraud. But I just put out all these books that I have, and that's not even all of them, because all the rest of them, my wife and I, we put up. Bro, it's crazy how people think it's a joke out here. That's why I said we need to learn how to do self-defense and all that stuff. We need to know how to survive out here. Like, it's not a game anymore, man. Let me tell you, this is a great time to be alive, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you are going through a divine transformation and don't even realize it. And people don't even want to accept that because they're scared of the unknown. Don't be scared of the unknown. Embrace it. Embrace that. Because you know why? The creator did not make any junk. You're here for a purpose, a divine purpose. And you have to find out what your divine purpose is and make it into bring it come into fruition and make it manifest from the spirit to the material realm, which is the physical realm. This is where we at. See, I love my people. I love my people with all my heart. But one thing I will not be is a sacrificial lamb. I am not a leader. I'm not a leader. I'm just a brother out here that want to see his people live to the highest levels of their highest heights, their full potential, to bring forth the true reality of who they are. I love y'all so much, and it's time for y'all to realize the power that you have within you, especially you sisters out there. You're more than just twerking all the time, butt showing, butt popping, booty popping. All, you know what I mean? It's more to you than that. If you really knew who you were and you were an aspect of, same thing with you brothers. If you knew who you were an aspect of, you wouldn't be doing the stuff that you're doing out here, and you wouldn't be falling for the okey dokes. It's really time to build something and stop talking. Bro, listen, family, let me tell you, stop talking and really be on some real let's get it together type stuff. Listen, I'm not here on here bashing nobody's sexual preference, orientations. If you look like this or this that really want to help these us out, don't be trying to do it because you want to have babies and stuff. Do it from here. But I'm gonna talk to you, my people. Let's get it together up here and here with one another and start loving who we are in our own skin. Everything that you see around you on this planet, we help create that. Every nation came from out your womb, sisters, and out your phallus, brothers, and they looking at mom and dad like, what are y'all gonna do? We done made all this chaos and confusion and we destroyed everything. What y'all gonna do about it? That's what they saying. What y'all gonna do about it? And you know what we keep on doing? We do like this, put our heads down and keep on taking the hits and the slaps in the face, and we just instead of saying, you know what? I'm gonna better myself. I'm gonna start reading, educating myself, and start practicing what I read every day. I'm gonna start doing affirmations. I'm gonna start talking to the great mother or the great father. I'm gonna start praying, meditating. I'm gonna take up working out, exercising. I'm gonna take up self-defense. I'm gonna take up something so I can make a difference in the world today. Meanwhile, those distractions don't even freaking bother you anymore. Because let me tell you, you can vote all day, but you know who actually vote the presidents in? The electoral college. This is all a mind game. Matter of fact, did you even know that the United States was actually built on the same ways of that of ancient Rome? You have your senators and your president, and the president or Caesar was the person that could control the military and veto all the laws that the senators or the House of Senate can bring to the forefront. He can veto it or so on. And another thing is that United States flag shows the connection to the United States and Britain. The blue represent the water or the sea. The stars represent the different freaking states. The red is for the bloodshed, and the white is for bing, 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 bing. And in the Pledge of Allegiance, it does not say Democrat or democracy. It says to the republic, to the republic. Who's the Republicans? Who's the real Republicans? You ask, right? Who are the real Republicans? Let me see if I have this here. Let me go ahead and do this. Go ahead and see if I can find what I can find. Because today I feel like we need to really know. The real Republicans, family, are the ones that wear this. That wear this. The Moors, the real Republicans. The real Republicans. The real Republicans. There's a video, a song by Stevie Wonder. I'm about to put it up. Let's type it in. Shout out to Mr. Stevie Wonder for putting this song out. I'm about to put it up right now. You can look this up on YouTube, y'all. There's another video, a rap song that I recommend. So, I just want to share that information, right? And what happened when we act during our time of Reconstruction after Lincoln did what he did with the Emancipation Proclamation. When we start doing a Reconstruction as people that was melanated people, aka Moors, what happened? We got bamboozled, and they destroyed the uh the um the Reconstruction that when we were actually in politics and all of that. Jim Crow and all that stuff started getting created. Then we got bamboozled, calling ourselves Negro, Black, and Colored, and all this other stuff. Okay, so that's when they took even more of our inheritance of who we are on this planet, on also who we are in this country. There is a group that I keep saying that I said before in the last stream I did, and I was doing some little education on here. This group right here. Okay, and this right here, you want to look up this one. I think you should have it on YouTube. And there's another video. There's another video by ex neo-Nazi that's on YouTube called Frank Joseph, where he's literally talking to the Washita Moors, and he mentioned that we were here in this country first. He was an ex neo-Nazi, okay, and he spoke on that, and he said we were here first, and he mentioned how we were living over here, okay. Now he gonna try to mix in and say that they were here over here with us too, which was a lie. But you gotta separate truth from fiction. But he talks about that. You know what I mean? So you want to go ahead and look that up too. So I'm gonna type the guy name in. It might pop up like this on the Moors. It might pop up, or just type in Frank Joseph and you want to see him talking to the Washitars, and they all had feathers on, damn near on there, and he's going to talk about who we are and how long we've been over here. Okay, the Grand Canyon is also ancient Kemetic statues out there. And we also called the mound builders. We were called the mound builders, which dealt with the pyramids that was already over here in this country. See, they don't want us to know this stuff, but I'm here to just let you know, to set some records on straight with that. All right. So now you know. But all these distractions is messing you up. There's actually videos with Diddy wearing a fez on his head because he sold his soul and sold out for money. Okay? For money. Then you also have you even had Usher rocking the fez in some videos too. He sold out. You know what I mean? Like real talk, man. Listen, the Moorish Science Temple created the nations of gods and earths, and they also created the Nation of Islam. When Louis Farrakhan was overseas and he was exiled, I don't know if y'all remember that. The Moors brought him back over here. He had his Moorish nationality, y'all. He ain't telling us people that. Keep that in mind. So keep that in mind. On that note, I spoke a little bit too long. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up in the hype with this BS, man. Educate yourself. Educate yourselves out there. Sisters, know who you are. Brothers, know who you are. You come from the divine. You are the first original people on this planet. You came from that. Many of you have Asian eyes, Asiatics. You had other lifetimes as other nationalities. Keep that in mind. You are Asiatics. You are what they call Asiatic Islamic Hebrew. You had many lifetimes in this plane. They don't want to tell you that because you're made out of energy. The real you is that Kundalini, which is a spinal cord, which is all the several hundreds of chakras in your body, to make the real you, which is the ethereal side of you, or the etheric double, which is you, the real you. That is your real body. But you cannot kill energy. You can kill the shell, but you can't kill energy. Energy is known to recycle itself. And on that note, peace, love, light, divine consciousness as a whole, and may both male and female energies come together on this journey now, and may it always, always shine bright as the light from within out, without. So let's bring this to a whole new movement and do what we got to do out here. For I love you all for watching, and I wanted to know, just keep yourself on the ups and ups, and keep on observing your surroundings. Do not let these distractions get in your way. I love y'all.